Hey, welcome back to gggaming. So here we are for another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 7-star Terror Raid boss video. We have the brand new 7-star Goodra now in raids. Got two builds for you. This is going to be the showcase and guide for Miraidon. Works really well for this. Definitely check out the other one. That will be for Iron Hands. Of both videos kind of uploaded at the same time. So let's get to it. All right, so let's jump into this. Since we're not going to do a general video on what Goodra is and how this raid works, let's combine it very quickly into both of the showcase videos. So it's a water Terra, which means it has two weaknesses, grass and electric, which is why we're going to use this Miraidon here. And I'm going to show you the Miraidon build shortly. Got Skull, Dragon Bar, Dragon Pulse, Sledge Bomb, and it's got the ability Sap Sipper, which means you're really not going to be using grass types. And I find the grass types that I've tested to not be the most effective here, although I'm sure somebody's going to find an absolutely amazing one. If you do, drop it down there in the comments so I can give it a try. But that's what we're not going to do. We're going to focus on the electric type for this. Special defense on this guy is absolutely crazy at 336, but Miraidon still gets the job done because he's absolutely amazing. And of course, Iron Hands is going to be the full physical side of the house. So that's pretty much that. He's got some coded moves, etc. Go check it out on Cerebi if you want to know ultimately what it is. But hey, right there's the mightiest mark to prove that this is the one from the raid. Now, for your Miraidon, what are you going to do? We're going to run an electric Terra type, shiny optional. But if you got the shiny one, use it because it's amazing. Metronome is our held item, all right? And then we are going to run Parabolic Charge, Calm Mind, Metal Sound, and Electro Drift. Primarily, the most important moves here are going to be obviously the Parabolic Charge. But we're going to, kind of sprinkle in the other ones, and we're going to go into this battle and show you how to do this and walk you through it. In terms of your EV spread, this is my normal build, so it's just full special attack, full HP. If for some reason you got an extra Miraidon you want to build on this thing, it's going to be hit or miss on what you use based on your NPCs in your party. All right, so the NPCs I have in my party and the one I'm going to recommend for this battle are going to be, let me go over to my YouTube box, Arboliva, because it puts down grassy terrain and you're using electric types here. Grassy terrain nulls the damage, halves the damage from Earthquake. All right, so super important. And then if you can get it, Bellabolt's really cool because of the light screen. I don't have it locked in my party, but I do have Tauros locked in my party for the Intimidate, which is going to drop the power of that for Earthquake even further. The rest of Goodra's moves are all special, so you don't have to worry about that. So kind of either or both will all be really good, but I'm going to showcase Arboliva and the Tauros. Let's get to it. Show you how this is done. All right, here we are. We are in. We got our party lock. We got our Tauros for Intimidate, our Arboliva, which is, I think, the most critical one here. One for healing, plus that grassy terrain cuts that Earthquake in half, that damage in half, which is critical when you're using an electric-type Pokemon. So Sledge Wave on turn 0. You just kind of hope you don't get poisoned, which we didn't. Cool, because that makes it much harder to actually make this happen. So we're going to use one Parabolic Charge here. We're going to get knocked out. All right, that's kind of part of the plan. So we'll get knocked out once. But we do need to get our Terra energy built up. All right, so nice big hit there from the Dragon Pulse. Of course, the Dragon Pulse will not be super effective anymore once we Terra. So we'll get another absorb here. Now for the third move, I'm not going to use Parabolic Charge. We're actually going to use one of the Electro Drifts because I want to make sure that I get knocked out and don't accidentally survive another hit, which you very well can, especially if he doesn't hit you real hard. You do have the Coded Surf move coming up, as well as that reset. So we're going to go ahead and use Electro Drift here just against our last and final move to build our Terra energy. He doesn't absorb any Terra charges, so you only need to get 3 moves on him. You're good to go there. So there's a Dragon Pulse here, plus he's going to use Surf. We're good. We got knocked out from Dragon Pulse. So we'll skip the Surf altogether. I skip the Surf, I mean, we're going to be knocked out. You can't hit somebody that's already down. Right. Okay, so we're good. We're coming in. We're going to be fully healed. We're ready to go. And our Terra energy is set. So first thing first, we're going to Terra and Calm Mind. All right? Very important because it gets rid of that Dragon weakness, plus starts building up our special attack as well as our special defense to be able to get through this shield. Because as we saw in the review of this guy, the summary, his special defense is very high. So to get enough damage to get this job done before you run out of time, we need a little help. Obviously, we have Metal Sound, but we can't use Metal Sound yet. We will use Metal Sound after we break the shield to get through that second half. So we're going to use Calm Mind here 3 times, all right? We really need him to not critical hit us because we just do not have any time to waste. Straight into a third Calm Mind. Go. Or second, rather, not third. Nice little, very, very weak Earthquake, even though it is super effective. You can contribute that to a combination of the Intimidate from Tauros, plus, of course, that Grassy Terrain, which is halving the damage. Alright, that's 3 Calm Minds. So from here, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into getting this shield knocked out. And as you can see, our HP looks pretty good. We're not taking much damage at all right here. So I'm confident enough in double check 3. We can go ahead and jump straight into Electro Drift. The Electro Drift combined with that Metronome is going to allow us to get this shield knocked out and make up some time. By the way, make sure you put power points into Electro Drift, all right? I have it at 8. Standard is 5. It only gives you 5. You're going to want to put the power points in because you want to have those extras, all right? You're going to need those for the end game. It's going to take you probably 3 to 4 to knock the shield out. And if, of course, you do get critical hit in here, you are going to have to switch to Parabolic Charge, and at that point, stay on Parabolic Charge until you break the shield. Hopefully you're pretty close and you just have good RNG and don't get critical hit. Alright, so here we go with another Electro Drift. Third one. This is going to get really close. There we go. Perfect. Poke that shield right on the dot. 3. Done this a couple times though, and it did take that 4th one. So there he goes, clears our stats, resets us back. Gonna drop that Earthquake. Okay, we're good. Survive that. So from here, we get a free move with a shield break. So our priority here is Metal Sound. All right, so we're gonna drop that Metal Sound. If we had more HP, I would drop 2 Metal Sounds for sure. But we don't. So we're gonna go straight into Parabolic Charge to get ourselves healed up. Can't go down. But I do want to try to get a second Metal Sound to play. We'll see how well the RNG plays in our favor here. But of course, Metal Sound's not 100% hit rate as well, so it also has the potential to miss. And yeah, it missed. Of course it did. We're doing a YouTube video. Of course it's going to miss. Why would it make this any easy at all? All right, let's try again. We really need 2. There we go. All right, 2 applied. We're still okay on time. And we got that Paralyzed to make up for it. Absolutely amazing. Cool. All right, so from here, we're just going to Electro Drift this thing for the win. Not even going to worry about it. 2 Electro Drifts should do the job. If we get critical hit, obviously we'll swap back to Parabolic Charge to heal up. But I'm going to be optimistic here. Double Dragon Pulse. 46. All right. Yep. We're totally going to heal up even without a crit because he double hits. That's the thing. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Parabolic Charge still does a great amount of damage, and as you see, you could have just Parabolic Charged this thing for the win anyway. Either way. But Electro Drift is so much more fun. So just to put the proverbial cherry on top, we are going to finish this with Electro Drift, where we start. And there you have it. That is how you can easily solo this nice little Goodra with your Miraidon. Get your stats somewhere close to mine, moves set up like mine, use this strat. Of course, it's 7-star raid boss, so not everything is going to be perfect. Good luck to you. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other builds you are using. Hit that like button, absolutely. Unless, of course, you hated it, then don't hit the dislike button. That's just rude. See you in the next one.